Yeah, what of it?
Welcome back to another episode of Yeah, What of It? No, your ears are not deceiving you. We do sound a bit better. As always, I am Kehan, and today I'm joined by my fellow hosts.
It's Jake.
And it's Harry.
Fucking hell.
Was that sexy?
Don't make me flip the switch and use my board to make me turn into that.
I've not got the board. I have a headset I stole from work. I'm not on the sexy train yet.
Do I sound amazing now?
I don't know who you sound like, but it's upsetting.
The thing is, Harry's wasn't a board. Those just put a deep voice on.
Yeah, I just, effectively fucking shoved my mouth over it. How have We haven't recorded in 2 weeks. So,
in 2 weeks?
yes, because I
How's
went
you?
on holiday and was away. So, what have you guys been up to, if anything?
Ian, do you want to go first?
I have been uneventful as usual. I have done nothing. My floor is covered in Amazon boxes because I may have gone on a tiny rampage. That's the extent of everything I've done in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, funding the corporate machine.
Well, hopefully, if I spend enough on Amazon, he'll take me on his rocket when we leave this godforsaken Earth. It's either that or buy a Tesla. One of those is a ticket to Mars.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I've had a well eventful time. So I had obviously my week of work, which was a-okay. Went on holiday down to the beach. I went to an aquarium that was the size of my flat, so fucking tiny. I high-fived a stingray. I touched a fish. I got pinched by a crab, but that was outside.
Oh.
And up until like 10 o'clock last night, I thought I was going to work tomorrow. It turns out I'm not. I booked it off.
I thought you had. You know what? I was talking to my partner about you guys coming up tomorrow. She was like, so what time are they getting here tomorrow? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, how can you not know? They're coming up tomorrow. And I was like, I'll sort it out later. And I knew that Kehan had booked it off because I remember you saying about it before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, I bet Jake's booked it off too, but I don't know. But there's something in the back of my mind that was just like, he's booked it off.
I completely.
I knew you booked it off because we did it the same day. Because we literally went, yeah, mine's approved. Yeah, mine's approved. Whee! I just feel bad for my work tomorrow because one person's off with Rona, and the other two aren't in the office. So if anyone's going to look for any technical help, try and walk in. They're just going to come to an empty room with no one in it.
IT support a scum.
Hey, you might be IT support soon. Fuck you.
I know, that's why I can say it. It's like I got a Mac friend, so I can also say no.
I'm in a hood video.
Well, go on to my G's. All the bad things in the ends.
Sweet.
Yeah, Steez,
that was it. Sorry. Yeah. We're bringing it back.
Wait, Harry, how has your time been off?
Yeah.
I've got to ask.
Yeah, I've had a great time. Thanks for asking. I found a notepad, and it belongs to me, obviously. And I thought I'd start taking notes down of what I did in the week because so much weird shit happens. However, I've been gone for 2 weeks, and I have forgotten what half of these notes mean. So, from the week commencing 24th of March, I initially wrote, IT guy using TeamViewer. Oh, you know what? I do remember this. I got a call from one of our IT guys. He said he wanted to check for some program I had on my work computer. And I zoned out whilst he was talking to me. And then I let him use TeamViewer to access my laptop. I went to continue doing work whilst he was trying to use it.
Oh, no.
So I just kept dragging it away. And I was getting really frustrated because it wasn't doing what I thought it was supposed to. And he kept going,
Oh, that's weird.
I was going, what? He was going,
Well, I don't know, I'm trying to drag the mouse, but I don't know if it's lagging or...
I was like, I'm experiencing the same thing. And he was like,
I'm connected to your computer.
and I just went silent. I panicked. And I just didn't say anything. I just stopped. So that was thing number one. Number two, I have written Nick Cage movie. This one I do remember. I watched
Dracula one or something.
No.
I can't remember what it's called.
I watched The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal, where Nick Cage plays Nick Cage.
Yes.
Oh, that's where the memes come from.
Yeah, I bought it on Blu-ray, and it is great. I've then written aliens -I believe ! Which I'm not sure what that one's about, to be honest.
May erase your memory.
Ooh.
And then one underneath that, alien story equals now Frogman. So this one I do remember. I was listening to a podcast, believe it or not, and this woman called into the podcast and said that when she was a kid, she looked out the window and seen this small, like, green alien perched on her dad's car, and it leapt up to her window and, like, put a handprint on it. And I think I've gone off the deep end and I may need help, because I heard the story, and instinctively, my little monkey brain just went, oh, that's not an alien. That's the Loveland Frogman. I'm genuinely a bit concerned about my mental health.
You know too much about the cryptids that is infecting your day-to-day.
Yeah. And then the last thing on my list is NSP lyrics, which stands for Ninja Sex Party. Have you heard of this band?
Yes! Oh, please! Mate, they're so good.
I love Ninja Sex Party. I only know of them because I love Twerp. They do Dirty Guys in Helmets. I went and saw them in Birmingham a little while ago, and they were great. And I was listening to some Ninja Sex Party the other day, and there was a passage, if you will, that really just took me by surprise and just had me laughing. It's from that song called Road Trip. I have the lyrics in front of me, so here we go. It starts off with, I left them smitten in Britain and had sex so hard with Lima it landed in Argentina. Then things got BG in Fiji, I had a 4-way in Norway and started breeding with Sweden. New Zealand got a blast of my semen. I did some butt stuff with Russians until they got a concussion. I banged Ladesh. Now there's only one way to keep things fresh. I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. That was yesterday with the tram thing that I was telling you guys about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm walking along to pick my partner up. Just, happily going along. It's raining a little bit, but I don't mind. I've got my hoodie on. And I'm just all, like, cozy and that, walking along. And there's something on my foot, so I just, like, shake my foot as I'm walking along.
Shit, yeah.
Don't even look at it. Keep going, it's still there. I'm like, oh my god, what is that? I look down, used condom.
Was it in your shoe?
No. It was just on a tip.
In your shoe? What?
Yeah, how did it get in my shoe?
I don't know why I envisioned there being a cummy condom in your shoe.
Cummy condom in my shoe.
Cummy condom in my shoe?
Wait, so how did you know it was used, sorry?
It was tied up, and there was something inside of it, and I kicked it away very quickly.
Oh.
And then I got there. I was sat in the tram stop, and I don't know why, but whenever this sort of shit happens to me, I get it's like a spider sense. I get this feeling of unease, and I could smell like weed, and I thought, oh, where's that coming from? Because there was no one around me, and I turn around, and I look back, and suddenly this old guy has appeared in front of me. He's like, if I had to guess, late 60s, coming into his 70s quite easily. Looks a little bit like Jimmy Savile. He just starts going, this rain. And I've learned through my many weird experiences that it's best to just go along with it. So I just went, yeah, always the way, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And he just went, I just don't believe it. I was like, no? Really? And he goes, well, one country I don't trust. And I said, I don't know why I said this. I said, yeah? What's that? And he said, America. And I thought, okay, fair enough.
No, that's fair. That is fair.
And he said, yeah, I reckon the Americans... I don't know where this came from. He said, I don't know why, but I believe, and I read somewhere, that the Americans control global weather. And the reason it's raining in the UK is so Joe Biden doesn't have to come over to the UK and can stay in Ireland where it's not raining. And I said, okay. Inside I was thinking, what a load of fucking bullshit. But then he said, I just nodded and was like, yeah, I mean, it could be. And then he said, well, you know how it is with America. all it takes is for one of them to leave the fridge door open, and the whole world's gone into a new ice age. And I went, yep, absolutely. And he said, right, I got to head off. I'll catch you later, mate. And I went, yeah, catch you later. Did not catch him later, and I hope to never catch him again.
So far, I think I've listened to the Peaches song by Jack Black.
That's what else I did. I went and saw Mario last night. Sorry, I just remembered.
Was it any good?
Oh, mate, I loved it.
Peaches,
like
Peaches.
the plot of the film is just the game. The plot's kind of shit. There's not much to it, but it's a kids' movie, so you don't expect much. But the animation is amazing. The soundtrack is fantastic. Chris Pratt, he ain't that bad. At the start of it, it's obviously made by the same people that made the Minions movie. And at the start of it, the Illumination logo comes up, and there's a minion. There's a minion in a Mario Kart, so that's pretty good. That was a strong start for me.
You saw that, I was like, right, this is going to be a good film then.
Yeah. I don't know, however, if it was better than Sonic the Hedgehog. I've seen both of them in the cinema, and I think in terms of story, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie was better. But
I've only seen one clip from the Mario movie, which I thought, wow, they actually let them put that in there. Well, it's obviously Seth Rogen's playing Donkey Kong.
He's fantastic.
But they let him do his normal laugh in it. I can't even fucking imitate it.
It really takes you. It really takes you out of the moment. There's a bit where it's not really spoilers, but they get trapped somewhere, and Mario and Donkey Kong effectively rocket their way out of this place. And as they're rocketing away, you just hear Seth Rogen's weird fucking laugh. And for a minute, your brain just sort of goes, "What the fuck was that?" Just as you hear.
Oh, I love it.
Just because you mentioned Minions, right? I saw something the other day and I had to screenshot it because I now know 5 Minion phrases.
Okay.
Right, so start off nice and easy. There's number 1. Bellow.
Hello.
Yeah, cool. Animosa. That's how you say
Animosa.
Animosa. That's an idea. That's what Animosa is. Then it gets a bit weird because there's Nazi Goreng. Nazi Goreng? Yeah.
Nazi Goreng? No idea.
No, that's Scary Dream. And then to end that off, they've got Soto I Am. And as you're not going to guess that either, that's Help Us. But I always thought the Minions spoke French.
I thought it was Spanish.
No, it's Minionese. That's literally its own language.
I know that now, but I always thought they spoke French. And then I wondered
why. I'm about to surprise you because I only know 2 Minion phrases, except for the one you said, which was bellow, which is Popeye.
Popeye? Banana.
No,
that's banana.
Harry, you have a guess?
I want to say melon.
No, that's goodbye.
Oh yeah.
And the other one is be do.
Oh, that's alarm or something, isn't it?
That's the fire generators.
Yeah, it's fire.
Ah.
Those are the only 2 actual ones I knew off by heart.
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
Do we have our stories for this week?
In a previous podcast, I mentioned Buddhist Maitreya, right? Jesus Christ, reincarnation, and I said in that he requested a throne from the Dalai Lama, and I said the reasonable Dalai Lama did not give him his throne. I'm here to publicly apologize and take that back. The Dalai Lama is not reasonable after it's come out that he told a child to suck his tongue.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I've watched the video. So he's like, the child's sat in his lap and he's just like playing and like they're just hanging out, having a nice time. He's like teasing them, and then he gives the child like a kiss on the lip, which I'm accepting as normal because he wasn't like necking on with him.
Okay.
But like it was just a quick peck on the lips, and I thought that's acceptable in some cultures. I'm not here to do that. But then he sticks his tongue out, and the child does nothing. So then he says something, and then he sticks his tongue out again. The child leans forward, and then it cuts the video. Right. The Dalai Lama has issued an apology, and it was issued by his Twitter, which says, "His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt he may have caused. The Dalai Lama regrets the incident." Which I think makes it so much worse. That's very impersonal to start with.
It's just terrible.
They were joking about they were saying, "Oh, he likes to tease people and like just play about."
And I'm not being funny. There's like teasing people like nah 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 nah, and doing suck my tongue, which is not.
That's a lot worse than suck my balls or suck these nuts.
Yeah, that's a joke, but this is
exactly. You know it's a joke. Right, I got 5 hot ones off the press.
Ooh, 5 hot ones.
5,
right? Yeah. They're gonna be fairly quick. Some of them is just because how things were worded, and I thought it was fun. Thought it was interesting. So, first one: airline worker died after being, and I quote, ingested into the engine of a plane.
Oh my god!
I thought that the word using ingested into that title seemed a bit off for me because I don't know.
The tone's not right.
It seemed a bit weird. It's what?
Into the engine of the plane.
Yeah. So obviously the plane was, don't know what they were doing, but he got sucked into it and then got turned into mincemeat.
That landed so the plane could graze.
I always wondered whether the engine's actually in with the propeller or not.
What do you mean?
Well, do you know the big circle things on the wings?
Yeah.
They've got the propellers in them. They call them the engine.
Impellers.
Why are they impellers?
Because they suck air in.
You suck air in, you little bitch.
Do you know how a jet engine works? Those spinning turbines aren't what makes the plane move. You know that, right?
How is that not? What makes the plane move then?
So you're thinking of a propeller, like on an old school plane, right? The propeller provides the force. These are impellers because they suck air in. All those things are there to do is to compress the air, so it can then burn more fuel and more air, and it's actually the exhaust gases which make it move.
Wow.
That's why they're called jet planes, because it's the jet. It's like a jet ski.
So the air goes in, and the air at the back of the spinny things makes it move.
It's not air. It's combusted fuel and air.
It's chemtrails.
Yeah.
Oh, the chemtrails!
I knew it.
Right. That's story 1.
Okay.
Story 2 is a little bit of a setup to this. So over the years, we've had designer babies, we've had designer vaginas, and the latest thing to come out now, and it's the most must-have thing apparently at the moment, is designer compost.
What is designer compost actually?
It's basically if you're going to be growing like hella weird like plants and stuff. I say weird plants, like exotic shit, or you just want stuff to grow really well. They've made, rather than like someone's home composter at the back where they've just put any old shit in it, they put highly specific stuff in it so it has real select nutrients. Apparently it's been described, so making designer compost is like making wine.
What does that mean?
So obviously I don't know. It's just a quote that they use.
Who's it from? Who said that?
Doesn't even give the person's name.
I reckon there's just some bloke who goes around saying things so that you can quote it.
Absolutely.
So he can just quote random stuff. Next one. This is a bit of a doubler because obviously The Last of Us TV series came out. What was that? A few weeks or a month or so ago. And then they were talking about if for that sort of infection to happen, obviously they're fungal. Fungus are only 3 steps away from getting to that point, and obviously the first hurdle to overcome is being able to infect humans, because that's the thing they struggle at the moment because they can't deal with the heat of inside a human body. And then about 2 weeks ago, I saw the news post. First, plant fungus infects human in first reported case of its kind. This is some Black Mirror shit.
I need to go make some preparations.
I was like, no, please don't, because we know the human race can't handle infections. It's going to be on everyone.
We can't handle anything. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So, Last of Us coming to a city near you, and then my final one, going in a complete left turn. Here it is. Woman, 19, charged over Snapchat video of her having sex with dog, claimed she was forced by the dog.
I love this soundboard.
I don't know about you guys, but I've met some
forceful dogs.
I've met some forceful dogs, but never in my life have I thought, better get me Kex off. This dog is looking at me very menacingly.
He's got his lipstick out.
You forgot. You met my little Bichon, mate. He sat there just fucking staring you down. Get your trousers off, son. Come here.
Get your Kex off.
Moving away from bestiality, though. Monopoly game row ends in samurai sword fight with one man said to be fighting for his life.
That is fair enough.
What happened was the trouble started in a foresty area of the Belgian capital, Brussels, at about 5 a.m. on a Sunday, when residents became annoyed by 4 people playing Monopoly on the pavement outside of their homes. A man came out of his house to confront the Monopoly players and say, fuck off. And then they didn't fuck off. And then that man's son came out, armed with a Japanese samurai sword. One of the Monopoly players then grabbed it to take the piss. It then somehow got unsheathed, and then they started fighting. 2 of them were taken to hospital. One is in a the son who owns the sword, is in for life-threatening condition.
Oh, God.
The guy who mugged him of it is fine. All 4 Monopoly players have been arrested.
The thing is, if you're going to go outside with a sword, generally, if you're armed with a knife, you're the one who gets stabbed.
Yes.
You shouldn't be surprised. You shouldn't be surprised you're in the hospital. You came out with a sword and got stabbed. What did you expect?
But then it's been over 2 weeks since I've last done spooky news. So some spooky news has happened.
Spooky thing.
Harry's mystery. I want to say mystery segment.
Harry's mystery segment.
Wednesday, 12th of April 2023, Holidaymaker thinks he spotted Nessie emerging from Loch Ness. It's a crap picture.
Oh no.
It's not his wife. No, unfortunately. However, there's the picture for you. The picture's on the left. The right is the man who took it. It's not a very good picture. To be fair.
Or a duck.
I think it's a duck. Oh, hang on. I think it's a duck. There we go.
Knew that was coming.
So that's that. He said it appeared out of nowhere when he was looking out of his window, so he took a picture of it. Story number 2. Growing number of people actually aliens. Loads of people are coming out and saying that they believe that they are in fact aliens sent to Earth to save the planet. These people believe they are star people, or what they call star seeds, whatever that means. They believe...
Starseed sounds like space ejaculate.
Yes, it does.
That's their full name.
Starseeds is a street name. They believe they will usher us all into a golden age of happiness. So the telltale signs of you being a starseed include feelings such as a lack of belonging, being spiritual, believing in karma, and searching for the meaning in life. Spooky story, I think this is the final one. This is from March 21st of this year. USAF once investigated case of alien who made pancakes for witness. So this guy, he is a chicken farmer, and apparently on April 18th, 1961, a shiny metal object landed in his farm, his chicken farm. He went out to investigate it. The alien was like making some sort of weird motion at him, and the guy thought, oh, it wants a drink of water. So he got the alien a drink of water. He says that things quickly took a turn for the absurd when more aliens emerged, one of which entered his house, grabbed a pan, and started cooking a batch of pancakes. After cooking the pancakes and the guy eating them, they all got back in their ship and left.
Jesus.
And that's your spooky news. And they actually sent people out to investigate this.
No way.
Yeah,
They were like,
yeah.
This is a serious case right here. We need people on the scene now.
Yeah, USAF.
To be fair to aliens, a pancake recipe is like one of the easiest to guess, isn't it? If you were gonna randomly guess like something to make, pancake recipe is probably quite an easy one to guess.
I have never realised this, but on this website where I found this information, it's called unexplainedmysteries.com, I didn't realise people can comment. One comment says, now I'm jealous. No aliens ever came and made me pancakes. I have pancake mix, but I want whatever kind he's having. And then there's one here. He says, ha ha ha, this is funny. I think, that this case is hoax because Don T match aliens came in 11 a.m. and want water from man. He give them, full stop, water, full stop. And aliens give him space pancakes after investigation. That was from Powder. Ha! But funny case. Ha ha. And he said they look like Italians. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's clearly an alien trying to put people off the scent. How to use the
Of course it is.
Show me what you got.
Last week, we were going to do a second question, but due to the nature of this question, we had to postpone it to this week. And that question is...
What is Mr. Bean's true purpose on Earth? Is he an alien? Is he a spy?
I went off the fucking deep end today. My general research is it's most likely he's an alien. However...
Yes.
There is one theory that suggests that he's a creation of the Russians during the Cold War, and he was genetically modified to create chaos. And their plan was to drop loads of them around the world, let them cause chaos, and then the USSR, do Cold War things and take over. That was one theory I saw. What are your guys' opinions on this?
I'm in the alien camp. For the obvious reasons of the big elephant in the room, which is the tractor beam. And then the second one of the fact that he can barely communicate in English. It's all hers and hers and teddy, which is very alien.
My partner's just texted me. These are texts I got. What the fuck did I just hear? And then 3 laughing faces, and then in all capitals, Russian creation.
Well, he could be.
He's part of the KGB.
He could be. I could totally see it.
Just him hanging out with Putin, just dropping saucers and chucking him with handshakes.
She's then just texted me, again, saying, that is the only possible explanation of Mr. Bean, of course.
See, I have an alternate theory. You know in like folk tales and lots of Bible stories, right? Demons come up from the hells to test us. But they never give you a test to fill out or send you on a straightforward trial. They test you at your most vulnerable when you're about to snap. They check to see if you're like a good Christian person or whatever. I feel like that's just Mr. Bean. Like, imagine you're having your hardest day at work going, and that dickhead walks in and just rips up like a priceless book, or rolls you up in a judo mat. I'm trying to remember the Mr. Bean things, but I know he does those 2 things specifically.
I think the thing is with Bean, if you owned a bookshop, and he came into the bookshop, looked you dead in the eye, picked up a book, ripped it, and walked out, I'd be like, you know what? Fair enough. He's got balls, but it's because he does everything by accident. that it makes it more annoying.
Just wandering around doing things. It upsets me that he's got zero self-awareness.
I was just playing the intro again in my head. Obviously, there's the little beam of light when he comes down, but I don't know if you can remember the music that also plays. Yeah, it's like a choir thing, which makes me now not think Alien.
Yeah,
and more like he's been booted out of heaven.
He's a fallen angel. He's Samael.
I reckon he's been
my God.
He's been kicked out. He's like, right, get down there. You're a bit stupid. And then that's because he doesn't land slowly. He like splats on the floor.
It's violent.
So they've just booted him out. It's like, right, get out of here. This is your stop. And that's why you get the light and the choir boy music playing.
He's Satan 2.0.
He's come down to cause mass chaos.
Being son of Satan.
Oh, with all these reboots going on, maybe we could have a Bean son of Satan movie.
Did you know he's originally meant to be called Mr. White?
Yeah, I saw it in the interview. Yeah,
which I think doesn't have the same sort of
as
Boon. It's a bit Ku Klux Klan-y if he's just going right. Right. I did see one theory that he is an alien, and he gets sent to Earth and imprisoned here because he's gone insane, and they just want to get rid of him, and they just drop him here. There's a theory, right? I read a whole essay on this today, and it says that you know how when Superman puts on his glasses, no one knows that he's Superman.
Yeah.
Supposedly, that's because he has like hypnotic powers. They suggest that Mr. Bean has the same thing, and that because if you watch the TV show, apparently every time you see the inside of Mr. Bean's apartment, the apartment is different. So the theory is that he breaks into people's apartments, locks them out, takes on their identity and their money and everything else. And then anyone who knows the person that's been house-jacked by Mr. Bean just presumes that Mr. Bean has always lived there and is their friend because of the hypnotic powers from the Bean. And that's why you see Mr. Bean with a girlfriend. You see him, he moves into a new place, and suddenly he's wearing new clothes. He's got a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, because they go to the cinema. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think it's that episode, she leaves him because he hasn't proposed to her. But for us, Bean has only just met her. But if she thinks that Bean is some long-time relationship, then that would explain the ring thing. Sorry, I've really gone over the edge with this one today. I'm sorry.
I love it.
There are also episodes where you see Mr. Bean with a blind person, and he makes the sound effects of a bus to make the blind person think the bus is already in front of him, and then he goes to push the guy in front of the bus. In another one, Mr. Bean, apparently Cundless, Mr. Bean finds himself in possession of an unwanted baby. And then he pushes the pram into traffic. Another way that people know that he's insane is the laugh track. If you're an alien coming to Earth and pretending you're a human, and he learns everything from sitcoms, they all have a laugh track. So if he wanted to be human, he'd trick himself into having a laugh track. And when we watch Mr. Bean's Holiday, we are seeing that from everyone else's perspective, and there is no laugh track.
Oh
yeah.
Harry's saying
yes.
cool things.
Oh yes.
Oh, my mind's frazzled now.
That's really cool.
Oh yeah, I went.
Harry went deep.
Were there any theories about Teddy?
Well, some people were saying that the Teddy is like a communication device.
That's literally what my first thought was, yeah.
Apparently, the original ending for the live-action Mr. Bean TV series was that he would be driving along. This is kind of going to put an end to the question. So do you guys have any more theories?
No, I'm good.
No.
Rowan Atkinson apparently wanted the final episode of the live-action show to be Mr. Bean driving along and a UFO comes down full of other beans. And he boards it and takes off, and that would be the final episode. Now, in that animated TV show,
there is. Yeah, you're right. There is one where it was one of the later seasons. Yeah, he gets lifted up.
Yeah, I want to say it's season 3.
Yeah,
that scene happens.
Of course.
Yeah.
Don't know where I heard it. I'm sure I heard it quite a while ago about the whole alien, Mr. Bean being an alien thing. I was glad when I saw that question come up.
Oh my god. I'm on the Mr. Bean Wikipedia page, and the choir singing at the start.
Oh, they say Bean.
Yeah, they do. The song.
Do they?
The song is called Ecce Homo Que Est Faber, which I probably butchered, but in English that means
Behold the man who is a bean.
The man being the Bean Man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a race of shape-shifting beans from outer space.
Maybe. I don't think he's here maliciously, though. Or I don't think he's here maliciously.
What's his objective then? What would you say his objective is?
Well, I mean, I think I'm kind of with Jake in the thinking of he's here to test us, but also alien. And he might just be nuts. This might just be like a prison planet for him.
The Australia of the galaxy.
Australia of the galaxy. Yeah, we're a conspiracy people. We're a conspiracy planet to somewhere in the galaxy. It doesn't exist. You're making it up.
I'm starting to think, should we spin the wheel each week so we know what we're going to be answering the following week?
Yeah, we can try that because then I'll be more prepared. I like that.
I'll forget.
Okay.
But yeah, we can go for that.
Right, I am rolling now. Oh. It's landed on 37. Next week, on the Yeah, What of It podcast, we will be answering the question, what the fuck is happening in the world of Dr. Zeus, and how would we fix it?
I can't wait for next week. This is
going to be a good one.
Dr. Zeus was stone cold.
I have spoken to some listeners of the podcast.
Really?
Partners, friends, yeah. So, quick shout out to Henry and Sean, who I believe have both actually subscribed. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
Well done, Henry and
That's
Sean.
pretty good. They said we have lovely chemistry, and it's very entertaining to listen to. They said, it's just like listening to your mates chat shit. Please remember to like, subscribe, follow us. We are available to listen to on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iTunes.
That's been us. Thank you for listening. I've been Jake.
And I'm Kehan.
And I'm Harry.
Take care. Stay sleazy.
Yeah, what of it?
Hey.